What's up, man? It's your boy Marcel P. Black checking in. It's been a few days, but we're back with episode 7 of A Black Love Story. So last time when we talked about Comanche and Anthem and my time at Ardmore, one of the most important things in my life was band. You know what I'm saying? We talked about basketball already. We talked about band. But another thing that came from me being in the band was me meeting my first rap partner. So there's a couple dudes I used to freestyle with, you know what I'm saying, on the bus and at lunchtime, you know what I'm saying? But one particular day, summer of 99, I want to say, we have a band camp, and this dude comes out this gold station wagon with a gold chain on and a saxophone case. And all the girls thought he was Vernell. Shout out to Vernell. It wasn't Vernell from Midwest City. It was a dude named Robert Nkosi Evans. Nkosi was from Texas by way of Alabama, and when he moved to Ardmore, he lived in Plainview. So he's finally transferring in from Plainview and going to Ardmore for his last 2 years of high school. I just remember us freestyling like we used to normally do on the back of the bus, and I was the best. You know what I'm saying? No diss to Peter, no diss to Dion, you know what I'm saying? Wherever they are, whoever's freestyling, but I was the best. Nkosi started rapping, he was better than me. I was like, oh shit. Excuse my language, I know this is a family show, my fault. And so we just started going back and forth. He loved hip-hop like I loved hip-hop. His favorite rapper was Jay-Z, like my favorite rapper was Jay-Z. We became very, very fast friends, you know what I'm saying? He was a new kid at school. The girls liked him. I'm showing him the ropes. I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying, giving him somewhat of a hood pass or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? But this is my guy. We best friends immediately. I remember after band practice, we would come back in, and Nkosi can not only rap, he can also sing, he can play piano and saxophone. So at the end of band practice, sometimes he'd get on the piano, and he would just be singing hooks and like playing the piano, and Jamar would come over and play the drums. Shout out to Jamar Poteet, he grew up on Elm Street, you know what I'm saying? So this is a guy who I grew up with my whole life. He get on the drums, like kicking out beats or whatever on the drum pads, or maybe on the side of the piano. And my man Ryan Langford would come over and he would beatbox. We call it Swiss Beat Lips, but he was a real good beatboxer. So, you know, we just kind of having our own cipher, but we're using real instruments. It was really dope. And I go out to Nkosi's house out in Plainview, and we would rap, and we would talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nkosi wasn't no street dude, he wasn't an athlete, you know what I'm saying? He was intelligent, he was well read. His father was a Muslim. Sometimes we'd be over there rapping and listening to music, and like he would stop mid-session and like make salat, you know what I'm saying, with him and his sisters and his dad. So Nkosi was like the first person who was like really, like, he wasn't no nerdy dude, but he was very, very intelligent. And you know, so I kind of got to get out more of my intelligent, nerdy stuff, or like deep thinking type stuff, and like actually listen to like kind of hip hop and break it down with him in ways that I couldn't really do with my other friends. So like the summer of 2001, 2002, I want to say, man, this is when we started recording, going back to Comanche and M. You know, my father was a gospel musician, which I'm going to talk a lot about in future episodes, but my father had a makeshift studio where he would do all the pre-production in our house. So we had like a garage that was converted into a den, and that's where my dad had all his musical equipment, everything down there. And so we would just go down there, and first of all, we would just freestyle and record it, and you know, nothing really serious, you know what I'm saying, over like industry beats, because back then you had to buy the single, and hopefully the single had an instrumental over it. And honestly, if we didn't have the instrumental, we would just rap over the whole song. Not rapping over vocals, but we would rap over the whole complete song as loud as hell. That's part of the reason why I rap so loud, because we didn't have the instrumental, so we want to rap our own words over the full song. In fact, I remember one time, and I don't know what was going through our mind, but we recorded something, and it was very, very crass. You know, we church people over here. His parents is, you know, his dad's a Muslim. You know, my dad, you know what I'm saying, God bless his soul, super duper deacon, you know, helping in the church. My mom is as well. And we on there just cussing. And I remember, for some reason, you know, Nkosi got a little X-rated. And man, we thought we recorded the tape. I'm sorry, we thought we erased the tape, but we did not erase the tape. So when my dad found it, Lord have mercy, the disappointment on his face is something I'll never forget. And that's probably the reason why I didn't curse in my music for like the first 10 years of my career. I said the N-word, but I ain't cursed, because the disappointment and the look on my pop's face was like paramount. It's like, he's basically saying like, you know, I let y'all do this, keep y'all out of trouble. You know, how dare y'all come to my house with this type of disrespect? We don't do that type of situation. So I don't think Nkosi ever really cursed his music, even as he got older. I don't think they do much now. I probably curse my music more now. in my 40s, whatever. But yeah, I'll never forget that look on his face. I remember we spent a whole summer making a 3 or 4 song, it might be a 3-song EP, or demo, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? And I think my rap name was Chaos Inferno, and it was just some wild music, man. It was just a crazy time. It took us like the whole summer to do 3 songs on the 8-track recorder, and then like it took us the length of the tape to put it on CD, and to burn them it took the length of the CD. So the CD was 15 minutes. It took us 15 minutes to burn 3-song CDs, but that's the type of hustle we was on. Nkosi was a class ahead of me, and he went to school in Atlanta. And I remember when he got to Atlanta, he met a dude who actually was from New York, Haitian dude from New York, who grew up in Baton Rouge, who lived in Atlanta as well. And they started rapping together. He's like, yo, all 3 of us gonna be a group. We didn't really have a chance. All 3 of us gonna be a group. But it worked out perfectly because, like I said, I ended up going to Southern, and Irvin was, he went middle school and high school in Baton Rouge. So it kind of worked out perfectly, you know what I'm saying? So this is the beginning of the Ardmore / Baton Rouge / Atlanta connection. That was a huge part of my life for a long time. Me and Irvin met and wasn't no smoke. He was actually really cool. And we still real good friends to this day, you know what I'm saying? I talked to him like last week, you know what I'm saying? He actually reviewed the album and everything. So big shout out to my man Irvin. So we started working on music, and I had a song where I say I represent the red land from by the way of the dirty. And when I said the red land, I was talking about Oklahoma because we got red dirt or whatever. And I'm talking about the dirty, I'm talking about the dirty South. Irvin heard that and said, you know what, that should be the name of our group, because we didn't have a group name or whatever. My rap name was Jesse James, Lord have mercy, the Outlaw. You know what I'm saying? You have Irvin Legend, and you got, you know what I'm saying, Coast. Coast was the Rebel. I was the Outlaw. And I can't remember what Irv was, but that was our rap name. I say this because recently my mama came to visit me, and she brought me this. This is our first demo from like 2000, maybe 3 or 4. I listened to this, and man, I was not good. Super duper cringy. Like, Lord have mercy. My flows, my pockets was not good. My breath control was not good. I had some good songs, some good raps on there. Irvin and Nkosi, in hindsight, were way better than me. They was way ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? Nkosi made all the beats. He sang all the hooks. We didn't really know how to write bars. We didn't know how to count bars. And so, like, our 16, all of us was rapping like 32 bar verses, you know what I'm saying? So long songs is literally like 6 minutes, you know what I'm saying? 3 people rapping 32 bars a piece, whatever. But it was dope, man. It was really good to listen. You know, if I could find a way to put it online, I might, but you know, it was a good time. But all great things come to an end. We fell out 2006, 2007 over something I'm really not sure or why we fell out, you know what I'm saying? It was some stupid stuff between kids, between me and Coach, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the group ended. Well, I left the group. I chose to leave the group or what have you. And I've never regretted it, you know what I'm saying? The dudes have went on to do amazing things. We've done one song since I left the group or whatever, but we still good friends. We all fathers and husbands, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, HBCU guys or whatever. And I wish them the best. I really should have had Coach singing on Comanche and M. You know what I'm saying? But maybe one day, we'll work again. But all of this starts with us freestyling on the back of the bus, in the band room, us recording on Comanche and M, you know what I'm saying, in Ardmore, Oklahoma. And all of us have done amazing things around the country. And they've even done stuff out the country. I haven't yet. Much love to Irv. Much love to Coast. I miss y'all. We need to do a reunion show, at least a reunion EP or something. You know what I mean? We've tried to do some shows together. It's never come about, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely got to link back up again. But yo, if you in Texas, Thursday, I will be at The Corner in San Antonio. Saturday, I'll be at The Porch in San Marcos, Texas. And on Sunday, we got an early show. We'll be at Southside Preservation Hall in Fort Worth. DJ Cutlee's coming with me. And I also have my man's Stay on Mars and my man Jacobson coming in for Portland. My next album, Black Love, this will be number 20. Overall Project 6 full-length album, produced by Jay Philly, drops April 3rd. All streaming, MarcelPeopleAct.bandcamp.com, MarcelPeopleAct.com. I know I've been talking a lot about Comanche and M, but y'all, the album is incredible. I'm going to start talking about that more and more as these Black Love stories drop. Comanche Elm is a love letter to the place that loved me and took care of me and molded me. Black love is a love letter to everything that made me black. Allah Mojave, freedom.
Red dirt, powder blue. Red dirt, powder blue. Oklahoma, Maine, red dirt.